Hello, loves. Welcome to the Live Your Freedom Now podcast. I'm Megan Colleen Johnson, and this podcast is dedicated to discussing dominant cultural narratives and beliefs, what I call dominant dogma, how this keeps you from thriving in life and business, and how to overcome that dogma by living your freedom now. While this path sounds clean and straightforward, the truth is life and being human is messy. So around here, we value the both and. We'll hold space for where you're at and honor the freedom you'd like to see and feel within yourself. Hit subscribe to stay updated, and for more information about me, my work, and to download my free Freedom Manifesto with all the details on what Dominant Dogma is, head to megscolleen.com. If you're curious to have the dominant dogma in your life talked about on the podcast, shoot me a text at 312-815-2774 and fill me in. Episode 15. Get it together. Hello, beautiful humans. Today, I am so excited to be writing to you from my local library in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. This is so exciting because since I moved to this area in late 2019, I've only been able to work from the library a few times due to it initially kind of closing down when COVID hit, and then amidst the pandemic, they began incredible renovations that have just now been complete. So I sit here at a wooden table, a fresh decaf coffee beside me, my giant cozy sweater on, and I'm looking out at the waterfront park on this rainy spring day. Just as I take a moment to reflect and take in this present moment, I encourage you to do the same. Noticing the textures around you, the colors, where there is light surrounding you, where there are shadows. Notice if there are any reflections, like what I'm seeing, the trees swaying on the glass, which is covering the wooden table I'm working from. Notice if there's any nature around you, including a pet, a plant, a stone, or a crystal. As you notice your surroundings, I encourage you to simply notice them, not make meaning of them or label them as good or bad. Simply notice the present moment and embrace the freedom within this exploration. Today, our focus is discussing the dominant dogma. You must have it together before you can help, work, or have a successful business. Now, that's a mouthful, so I've shortened it to get it together. Have you ever felt like you are supposed to have your life more put together in order for people to want to purchase from you, be in relationship with you, or even spend time with you? In our hyper-perfectionist modern world, this sensation is becoming more and more prominent, impacting folks' mental health across the nation. The West's rising obsession with self-help and perfection in life and business has largely been said to be due to our own creation story myth. Passed down from our ancestors is the belief that we are inherently bad or sinful, resulting in the sensation we are not enough, that we need to get it together, and that we are not worthy of thriving until we do. Whether you identify as religious or not, many of us are born subconsciously living from this disposition, and it primes us as targets for marketing schemes within the capitalistic model. As James Boyce states in an article for The Guardian, the need for redemption has shaped the language of the market, technological innovation, advertising, politics, and, most obviously, self-help movements. In business, this internalized dominant dogma can sound like, my brand needs to look better before people buy. I must have a rock-solid mental state before I am hireable. Even though I have 5 certifications and a degree, I need to know more before people pay me. My work-life balance must be perfect if I want people to respect my business. The systems in my business should be fully established before I'm worthy of getting paid. I need to be a prime example of health and fitness before people will respect my perspective. All of this, and then you will be worthy of success and paying customers. These narratives, internal and external, are especially prominent in high-control environments, but tend to run rampant online as well, where we watch the curated posts of our friends, colleagues, and heroes alike sharing their most alive, shiny, and happy moments. These curated highlight reels function as a primer where our online experiences are then intermixed with marketing ads, reminding us of all we don't have and the solutions we quote-unquote need to buy, so we too can have a regular posting schedule of shiny moments. But this message is just not true. The truth is, we're all messy, figuring it out humans, and it doesn't matter where you are in your life or business. The work you have to offer is valid. The training and education you've received to offer your skill set, products, or courses are valid, even as you're on this life journey yourself. Due to the highlight reels and our innate desire to thrive, it can be so easy to get caught up believing that someone out there has been enlightened and received the word or the codes we need in order to break through into salvation, success, or thriving. And yes, there are incredibly supportive products, coaches, therapists, healers, artists, and more who can and do impact our journey. My own work is built on this truth. However, the folks offering these tools and resources are also humans navigating life imperfectly, just like you. I am a trained coach, healer, marketer, and artist, and I'm a human living and figuring out life just like everyone else. As I sit here looking out the library window, the analogy showing itself are the budding trees outside the window. Each year, their branches bud, they grow new leaves. In summer, they offer their shade, their beauty. And then fall comes, they shed that season's leaves, they hibernate, and then begin the whole cycle again. They don't suddenly pause throughout their development and say, oh shit, I don't have things together today. My leaves are not growing fast enough. I'm not worthy of being sat under or enjoyed. That would be absurd. And yet, that's how many of us feel, as if our life journey, wherever it may be, is not enough. But the freedom on the other side of this dominant dogma is that you are enough, right here and now. Of course, there will always be things you desire to shift, change, and update, and that's okay. And also, you are worthy of being paid for your skill set right here and now. You are worthy of thriving right here and now. You are worthy of running a business right here and now. You are worthy of living your freedom, living your self-authorized liberation now. And that is what I want to leave you with today. You are enough, and you can live your freedom now. As a reminder, this episode marks your last chance to join my Creative Business Accelerator. We begin our time together on June 1st, and as alum Jessica Travis shares, this accelerator will change your business for the better, not because there's a magic formula or a code that gives you the secret key, but because you will find your magic, and you'll get all the practical support, systems, and structure you need to bring that creation to life. You can apply now at megscolleen.com. All right, I will see you next week. Freedom is yours. Thank you for joining me for another Live Your Freedom Now podcast episode. If you enjoyed this episode, I'm always so grateful for a 5-star rating, and you can learn more about me, my currently enrolling Creative Business Accelerator, and download my free Integral Sales and Marketing Masterclass at megscolleen.com. Curious to have the Dominant Dogma in your life talked about on the podcast? Shoot me a text at 312-815-2774 and fill me in. I'll see you next time, and as always, freedom is yours.